Hi everyone, I'm Jade. Today I want to talk to you about native speaker questions. How native speakers ask questions. I'm sure you already know how to ask questions in English. That's just basic stuff, that's baby stuff. But do you know the different phrases that native speakers use to ask questions and the slightly different grammar? Maybe you don't already know that. That's why I made today's video. So stay watching and I'm going to explain all about that, how to ask questions like a native speaker. First things first, you have to learn the question phrases that native speakers will use when they're asking a question. Here they are. Could you tell me? I wonder. I wanted to know. Do you know? And who knows? So what you do is you take one of these phrases, then you put the normal question that you are going to ask, but you have to change the order of the grammar slightly. So here are some examples, just baby English sentences. You already know how to make questions like this. Here's the question word, in the middle is the verb, and in the last position is the object. Where is he? Who is that? What are they? When is it? So what do we do then? Do we just use the phrase and put this there? No, that would be too easy. So what we do is we need to swap, and I'm sorry this is the same colour, it would be really helpful to change the colour here. So we swap the position of the verb and the object. We have to swap the position, excuse me while I put the pen down. And I'm going to put it back here. Could you tell me where he is? Feels a little bit weird at first saying that, doesn't it? Because it goes against the structure that you're used to. I wonder who that is. I wonder who that is. I wanted to know what they are. Do you know when it is? That's part one. Unfortunately, not all questions are as simple as baby questions when speaking English. Something that causes quite a bit of confusion is questions in the present and past simple, because these questions are the ones with the do, did, does also in the question. So what we want to know now is how do we fit a question that's the present or the past simple, such as when does the lesson start? This is the present simple form. When did they do it? That's the past simple question form. And what do you do? That's the present simple form again. How do we take these sentences and fit them with our phrases for asking questions? Well, it's actually not that hard, because you can take out the does, did, do. You have to forget about them, you don't need them. So in one sense it makes it easier, but you do sometimes have to pay attention to the verb conjugation. So let's have a look. Could you tell, oh I need to, what am I doing? I need to show you that we're removing those. Also in the blue pen. I'm sorry about the blue pen. I don't have any other pens at the moment. Could you tell me when the lesson starts? You can't say that. Could you tell me when the lesson starts? This is what I mean about verb conjugation. You have to say when the lesson starts. Back to the pen, and it's going to be a very small S because there's no space. Why am I making so many excuses today? It's a blue pen, that's what you're getting. So here you go. I wonder how they do it. This one is the present simple. We can keep it like that if we're still talking about the present simple. If we want to talk about the past, we can say, I wonder how they did it. The next example, I wanted to know what you do. This is fine also. Let's move this down for the other examples. So when the question phrase has you in it as subject, you might need to change the rest of the question. Do you know how they do it? Well, not for that one. Do you know when the lesson starts? That's another example. The same way that we needed to change this with the S, because of you here, we need to change here also. Do you know when the lesson starts? And let's do one more example. Who knows what you do? That would almost be rude. Now we're ready to go to the final stage of asking questions like a native speaker. What you do is you take one of the phrases and then you use if or whether. It's in orange. Can you squint to see it? If or whether. And then we take a question, but these questions are different because there is no question word like what, when, why, how. We don't have those question words, and we don't have did, does, do. We don't have those question words either. Here are some examples. Is it expensive? Have they got a car? And can I have a cake? So then we put all the pieces together using if or whether. If or whether basically mean the same thing. Whether is a little bit more British English, I would say, or possibly more British English plus more formal. Could you tell me whether it is expensive? Aha, aha. So we have to swap again. We have to swap the position of the verb. So notice how the position of is has changed. It's not at the beginning of the question anymore over here. Could you tell me whether it is expensive? I wonder if they have got a car. I wanted to know whether I can have a cake. Let's do two more. Do you know if it is expensive? Who knows if they have a car? Asking questions like a native speaker. You need to practice it a bit because your mind is used to saying the sentence structure in a fixed way. So it's a little bit tricky to do at first, but with practice and patience, you can ask questions like a native speaker. Thank you so much for watching today. I want to invite you, encourage you, love you, I would love you to come and join my mailing list. I have a growing family of people on my mailing list, and I'm in touch a couple of times a week with my personal coaching emails. So I write to you about something motivational, or I share something with you. So why not join me like all the other people? I would appreciate it so much. Come back again soon to my channel where I have videos about English, communication, introvert things, all things really on my channel. So until next time, see you. Bye bye.